HTML lesson number 4. Every once in a while, we're going to come along to a situation where what we do is we just take what we've learned so far and do something with it, and that's the case here. I am on Google Classroom right now, and I'm going to go to, I could go to period 2 or 6. It doesn't matter. It's set up the same both ways. I'll just go to period 2. I'm looking at the assignment number 4. It says page build 1. The only thing posted there at this moment is a handout, and the handout looks like this. There's some things we need to talk about here because this sets up what's required of you on this assignment. I'm going to ask you to build a page that tells about, let's go down here, use the Web Lab to build a page that will tell about something you love, something you hate, or something you just don't like very well at all, or something that drives you crazy. And then something you're just kind of neutral about. A lot of, a lot of other people might really care about it a lot, but you just kind of don't. Just very whatever. So it's three things that you're going to have to kind of describe and put on this page. To get started, get to code.org, get to the Web Lab, click inside the body of the web page, the index.html web page that's always provided there. Make sure you click on line 7 inside the body. To get started, you might want to press enter several times to give yourself some space, and then you go to work. You're going to make a main page heading, and it should be large. You know how to do large headings? H1, right? H1's the biggest. And it should say something like love, hate, and neutral. Then you're going to have another heading that's a little bit smaller. And it says something like this. It doesn't have to say it word for word, but something like, all right, something I love. And I'm going to show you my example in a minute, so stick with me. Keep listening, keep watching. You're going to see an example here in a minute. So it's a heading. It's a second heading, but it's smaller than the first one. You know how to do that? All right. You can use H1 heading and then use an H2 heading, or you could use an H1 heading up here and then use an H3 heading down here. It just has to be smaller than the first one. All right, then you got to write a paragraph. And that paragraph, you're going to create a paragraph that tells about something you like, something you're enthusiastic about, whatever it is, NBA basketball. You'll see mine in a minute. I really love IndyCar racing. I could have written a paragraph about IndyCar racing. And it doesn't have to be a long paragraph, but do give me, let's not do I like spaghetti and then be done. No. Come on, engage your brain. Think of, get 2 or 3 sentences going here. Tell me about something that you like, right? Just tell me a little bit about it. Doesn't have to be that much. You got to put the paragraph tags in there. And at the end of the paragraph, I want you to include an HR tag. That was in the previous lesson, right? That's a horizontal rule. And I want you to put a horizontal rule after the paragraph to kind of separate it out. All right, then you go on and you make another heading. That would be very similar to the one you made up here where it says something I love. You made a heading, before. So you're going to make another heading that says something I hate or something I don't like. If some people don't like to use the word hate, and that's okay, I get it. So you're going to make a heading that's a little smaller, right? And it'll say something like something I hate or something that drives me crazy or dislike or whatever you want to say it. Then you got to write a paragraph about that. Couple of sentences, 2 or 3 sentences. Make sure you put it in paragraph tags and put in horizontal rule after the paragraph. Then you got one more to go. This is your neutral paragraph. So you're going to start it with another heading, something neutral. And again, I'm going to show you mine. I think that'll help. I'll show you mine here in a minute. And then you got to do your paragraph, something that, you don't hate it, you don't love it, you're just kind of right in the middle, whatever. Everybody, a lot of people get excited about it. I don't get excited about it. Put it in a paragraph tag. Make sure you have a horizontal rule after it. Then also, like we've been doing on the last couple assignments, you're going to have to add in some bold, italic, underline somewhere in the document. It doesn't have to be in every paragraph, and you can decide where you're going to put it, but I want some in there. All right, work it in, bold, italic, underline. And then the rest of it is just making sure it looks the way you want and use the share button to turn it in. All right, now let's go look real quick at mine here. I'm going to pull it up. And wabam. All right. So let's take a quick peek, first of all, over on the right-hand side at the way it actually looks. So here up at the top, we have, that's the main heading, love, hate, and life in the middle. The life, that's just kind of the way I said the neutral thing. There's something I love here. There's something I don't like at all here. And then there's something I'm just really kind of neutral about. Don't really care that much about it either way. So that's the main heading. Okay. Then I've got, this is a smaller heading. You can see that it's smaller. This is something I love. And then I have a paragraph here about Sprecher root beer. I don't know if you've heard of it or not. I love Sprecher root beer. I'm a big fan of root beer, and Sprecher root beer is the best I've found. Can't find it everywhere. I can get it at Rocket Fizz and Menards. The only other way I know to get it is to order it from the Sprecher Brewery in Wisconsin, where they make it. All right, so that's my paragraph about Sprecher root beer, something I love. All right, something I hate. Drives me crazy. You know what I hate? I hate it when you drink hot chocolate too soon and it burns your mouth. Your mouth feels like it has hair growing in it for like 3 days, and with all the inflamed skin, and it just, I hate it. I hate that feeling when it feels all bumpy inside on your tongue or in your mouth when you burn it. For some reason, I don't know why, coffee never seems to do that to me, but hot chocolate, man, if I take a drink of hot chocolate, it's too hot. Yikes. Hate it. Hate that. Drives me nuts. All right, and then something I'm neutral about. You know how some people just really go nuts about shoes, like basketball shoes or whatever, the newest shoes that come out. I just don't, it just doesn't light me up. I know a lot of people go crazy over shoes, and that's okay if you do. But, and a lot of people have to have the latest model of shoes, and and sometimes they get up real early in the morning to be ready when the new model drops. Okay, whatever. I don't care about shoes that much. I don't hate it. I don't hate shoes. I like shoes. I wear shoes. But I just feel very neutral about that. And if you love shoes, then that's great. Go ahead and love all the shoes that you want. But I just don't care that much, one way or the other, right? So that's all over here on the right-hand side. That's what it looks like. And you notice the horizontal rules, and you see my headings and my paragraphs and my bold and my italic and my underline and all that kind of stuff. Quick look over here at the code side. Let's shrink this in just a bit here, like that. And we'll, like I said, quick look at the code side here. You see I have this, here's the H1 heading. That's the main heading at the very top. And then I did an H2 for right here. That's the, it's a little smaller. And then here's my paragraph about Sprecher root beer, horizontal rule, another H2 heading for the something I hate. Got a paragraph here. You'll notice it's got bold, italic. There's some bold codes in there and some italic codes in there, things like that. And then horizontal rule. Here's another H2 heading, something I am neutral about. Here's my paragraph that I wrote. And again, you see some, if you look carefully, you'll see some bold tags in there, that kind of thing. Okay, and then a horizontal rule at the bottom of that one. And it's done. That's it. That's what I want you to do. And there's nothing new in this assignment. There is nothing new from what we've been doing earlier in the week. There are headings involved. There are paragraphs involved. I didn't put any breaks in here. You could use some line breaks if you wanted to, if that was a thing that would be helpful. I didn't put any in here. They're not required. But there's headings involved. There's paragraphs involved. There's horizontal rules involved. And there's bold, italic, underline involved. And so when you get it all put together, it's going to be something sort of like what I showed you, right over here on my preview side. Okay, that's it. That's HTML number 4. Let's go to work.